All right, so this is our first business besties little Zoom coaching call. I just love the name. We are pretty much besties in this business, and it's just a space for us to come together. And I just want to share some things that it's more of like, I know we have our team trainings Monday night, and I guess we can just take whatever value we can from whatever we listen to. And today I want to talk more about just business coaching. I've gotten this inspiration from the self-worth challenge, which I think all of you who are online now did. I finally finished my 30 days today, a few days late. And I've just got some stuff I want to share, because what I feel like we've learned from that, we can apply to everyday life, to our business. And the whole point of that challenge is to actually grow our business. But our business growth starts from within, right? And that's our self-worth, believing we're worthy of success. So I just want to touch on some things and super relatable to this business. And let me know if we go in the comments, probably only Jade, because Chelsea's driving, so you're not allowed to pick up your phone. And Amber, you're pumping weights. So I want to talk about journey versus destination, which we hear a lot about, and it's a very broad topic. And when it comes to this business, I definitely find, I've been there and I get there a lot, that I focus on the destination rather than the journey. And we hear this, we can apply it to our wellness, especially when we have customers, they just want this result. They forget about all the stuff along the way, and they're just hanging out to get this result. And I find if we can teach ourselves this, become conscious of this, it is so easy to duplicate this and coach our clients, our team members, our friends, and just be that person. When you're focused on this, people are going to get attracted to it, and they're going to want to know it's going to help them, and so on and so forth. So what I love about this, I've just got my notes, that's why I'm looking down, because you know what I'm like, I can ramble. I've written, don't give up even when you are feeling good about it. So this is the way I interpret this with journey versus destination. I should backtrack a bit. Destination is usually a promotion in the business where we're, I just want to get to SC, I just want to get to NMD, I just want to get to 3 Club, I just want 20 customers, I just want to qualify, whatever it is. We can get so hung up on the destination is we forget about the process, right? And really the destination is a finish point. And the only way I can explain this, my finish point in this business is when I die. I'm never going to quit this business. I love it so much. Doesn't mean I'm going to be working it 24/7 every single day for the rest of my life. It's a fantastic retirement setup. But my point is my destination, even in life, isn't till I die, because that's the end point, right? So it's about the journey. So instead of getting so hung up on, and I say that because I do this all the time and I have to bring myself back down, is I get so hung up on the goal that I want to hit that I forget how far I've already come. So that's don't give up even when you've, I'll get to that. So yeah, we forget how far we've come. So you might not be at your goal right now, and that's totally cool, because I can even tell you when you get to the goal, a little bit of a tangent here. Once I hit NMD, I was I partied for a day. It felt amazing. We drank moe, or moet, however you say it. And then the next day I was just okay, I'm NMD now. What do I do next? And Caitlin's oh my God, I went through that too. Because you hit a goal and you're okay, how can I grow? How can I do better? It's all about the journey. So, now what was I going to say? I just saw someone else do this, and they forgot something. They said mum brain. I'm I can't say that I have mum brain because I'm not a mum, but I feel like I have mum brain. Hanging around Caitlin too much. But anyway, where was that? Don't give up even when you're feeling good about it. So what can happen in this part is we're working on ourselves, we're working on our business. We have our goal in our mind, whatever that might be, and we know we're not there yet because it's our goal to achieve. And how do I say this? We're feeling good, and then we start channeling into the journey. And I love this. I've put on 5 customers. This is so good. But what can happen? Here we go. I've made sense. I've connected the wires in my brain now. we could get into a bit of a self-sabotage. This is actually my word of the month, sabotage, however you say it. And what can happen is we still have our goal, and then we're on the journey, we're putting on customers, we're putting on team, we're doing events, we're doing the work, and then we feel really good. We're like, this is awesome. So then we flatline, then we stop. We're like, okay, that's enough. That's good. I'm just happy here. But you haven't hit your goal, but you're still wanting that goal, right? Does this make sense? If you can put it in the comments, maybe just Jade and maybe Amber. Chelsea, I'm not allowed to text in the car. I don't want you guys feeling like don't, you have the journey, right? But the journey needs to be continuous. It can't just be, as the example, my goal is SC, so I need 10 customers, but I've done 5 customers and that's good enough, and I'm going to stop here. I feel good. Because you're flatlining yourself. You've created a destination before your goal. Does that make sense? Like, you've kind of put an end to it before you keep pushing yourself to get even further. Amber, this is me at the moment, and Jade, we get complacent with the little wins. We do, and that's like, there's nothing wrong with it. And I just want you guys to acknowledge this. And then it's like, okay, I need to push that little bit further. I need to continue the journey, because journey means movement. Journey means growth. And if you flatline yourself before you even hit your goal, you've just sabotaged the journey and the destination. Like, you've just screwed up the whole thing, right? I say that in a very loving way. So I love that. So don't give up when you're feeling good about it. That's the point. That's the tipping point. And I have days like, guys, I'm constantly waking up anxious one day, waking up motivated as fuck the next day. Like, I'm consciously all over the place, but I know how to bring myself into balance, and that's where I get my focus. Because I'll have days where I'm like, yes, I just got a new team member. I'm feeling really good. I've had the cancels this month. I'm feeling good. And then I'll be like, cool, now I'm going to go take the next 2 days off and go to the beach and just chill and do nothing for my business, because I just get comfortable and I've hit the tipping point. But you want to hit the tipping point and go that little bit further, so you tip. You want to keep pushing. That's where the momentum is. So when you have those moments in the journey where you're going, everything feels good, even if you want to take a break and just enjoy what you've achieved, you have to go that little bit further, because that's when you're breaking through, right? That's when you're getting onto that other side. You know how success is on the other side of your comfort zone? Imagine that comfort zone is a big like bubble around you, and you need to like push through, pop that bubble into the next realm, whatever you want to call it. So yes, still be completely grateful and celebrate how far you've come, but don't allow it. Like, if you think you've had a good day, so amazing. Go to bed with a grateful heart. Be grateful for it, because then you want to create more of it. And that's when you compounds. That's when your business compounds. So does everyone understand what compounding means? It's like the snowball effect. The more you do, if you do a little bit a day, every day, for example, 30 days, if you add that all up, you're actually building up momentum, because you're just adding on top of what you're doing constantly. If you stop, start, you're not finding that flow through that journey. And you've got to start it. It almost feels like you have to start again every time, like you take a break off. Take a break, take time off. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. That kind of, I talked about my second dot point, like the reason why we push through the process. So just like what I explained, when you are up, you want to stay up and push through to get to that next level in your business. As I said, I'm just going to summarize. I really love this, because I do this a lot, and I'm really grateful that I'm conscious of it, is where I'll have a really good day and I'll get a customer, or a really good week, or a really good month. And then I'll take the next few weeks off, because I'm like, oh yeah, I did hard work there, and I'm just going to relax. Then I feel like I have to start again. So keep it going. It's really, and keep it going, as I said, in a grateful space, because otherwise you'll burn yourself out. And Jade, I'm grateful for the fact that I'm still here, still going, and still want to keep going, even though I'm not anywhere near where I felt I should have been. I love this. So Jade said this because Jade's been in business like 2.5 years now, almost 3. And do you know what's incredible, Jade? Like, you have stayed on every team training. You have stayed on, come to it, being at, doing events, whether they're online or whatnot. You've never given up. And even though you've kept the ball rolling, but the reason that it seems slower than it is because that's just the pace of your journey that you've created. So it's just the speed that you want to do it at. But if Jade gave up and flatlined, she would never have the goal now to hit SC this month, which is so exciting. Like, that would never have happened. So anyway, that makes sense. I love that. Ooh. I thought my thing was going to die. Well, here, another few dot points. I've written like 10 dot points, and I just cover them all when I read the first one. If you drop off early, you're not willing to push past that wall. That's what I just talked about, like the sphere. Realm, I like the word realm. Sounds like Game of Thrones, I don't know. If you are, and just to summarize that, if you are willing to push past that wall, so that's when you're everything's going good for you. Even if it's going shit, it's the same thing. You've got to keep pushing, right? If you're willing to push past that wall, it means you actually want to make progress. You actually want to grow, not just maintain. So, and I really, really love that, because you're proving to yourself that you are worthy of more success. Does that make sense? How cool is that? All right, I love that. I'm going to be so blatantly honest. If you choose that it's too hard, or you don't prioritize your business, but you really want to hit your goal, you are telling yourself that you are not worthy. You are self-sabotaging. And that's the last thing that we want, right? We want to hit our goals. So when you feel like you're stuck or struggling, or it's too hard, or you feel like you've done a good enough job and you don't want to put any more effort in for now, ask yourself how important it is for you to get to your goals and push through that blockage, because that's literally your subconscious telling you, okay, you're good enough now, or don't worry about it, don't do any more. Oh yeah, Am just made a good point there. Well, I'll lead into what Am has just said. Mention about how when you feel like you're going nowhere, you're making it about yourself. I love this. So this kind of branches off what we're talking about, and this is more on what I'm talking about now. When you sabotage, when you flatline, when you hit that wall, and you in your conscious mind, you're like, or subconsciously, you're like, oh, okay, well, that's good enough for now, or no, it's too hard, I'm not going any further. It's exactly the same thing. You're just finding an excuse. But when you do that, who do you think that you're making it about? Yourself, right? And in this business, if you make this about yourself and not who you can help, or your team, or whatever it is, then you're never actually going to progress and push through that wall. And I do this. Even my NMD speech was how I learned how it's not about me. The first few years of this business, it was a Kim show. It was all about Kim. I didn't know. All I was like, I just really want to get this, and I'm really stuck and struggling, and it was just all focused on how it was either going good or going crap for me, and I wasn't actually focusing on the bigger picture, the mission, right? I was not focused on the mission. When you focus on the mission, then you're not making it about yourself anymore. You're making it about the impact, the others that you can help. So if you ever feel like things are, my goal's here, and I'm here right now on the journey, right? But my goal's up here, and I want to get to SSC or whatever it is, but you're feeling good. You're like, I think that's good enough for now. I'll leave the rest till later. I'll just have a month off. Whatever it might be, all you're doing is making it about yourself, whether you're in a negative or positive state. And when you make it about yourself, you hit that wall and you don't go further. And then you will wonder why in a month's time from that point is, why haven't I had any progress? Or why do I feel, and you start to feel stuck. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. And I'm really passionate about sharing this with you guys, because I've been like, this is my life. I go through this all the time. The only difference between maybe me and you is, and I love to use the business promotional titles as an example because it's just a label, but it means like being an NMD just means you have pushed through and progressed and got over your shit so much more than when you're a DVF. Because every level you go to, you're pushing, you're breaking through that wall, you're getting to the next level, you're getting over yourself and what your subconscious brain wants to like limit you with, and you're getting to that next level. But I tell you now, no matter who we are in this business, no matter what level we're at, no matter how long we've been doing it, whatever it is, we all have moments where we make it about ourselves and we put that wall up and we're not ready to push through it. And it's when we decide to push through it and get over our subconscious little limitations, little or big limitations, is when the magic happens. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Did that cover it, Amber? What else can I say from this? Well, this leads into certainty and clarity. And you know that this has been a bit of a theme in my trainings recently, because this is something that even traveling, like again, being really honest with you, I had no clarity whilst I was traveling in this business. I had clarity for traveling. That's what I wanted to do. And my business didn't grow. What's so beautiful that it stayed and it maintained itself. But when I was like, why am I not having business growth? Like, I want to hit these goals. I didn't even have any certainty and clarity in what I wanted to achieve. So I'm talking in first person because all I can do is give an example of how I feel, and hopefully you can relate to it. Excuse me. But when you have certainty and clarity of what you want to achieve, now this changes all the time. This constantly grows. This is what we we're talking about before in team training, where like, what's your why? Have that much clarity. You want your why to be so clear why you do this, that imagine it's like a glass door and it's so clear that people will walk into it and smash into it. Analogy of the day. That's how clear you want your clarity. You want your clarity. Is that even can I even say that? Oh my gosh. You can tell I failed English in high school. You want clarity and certainty on what you want, where you want your journey to go. It's like in the Wizard of Oz, right? Just following the yellow brick road. You have to pave your own yellow brick road. You need to know what you're following. The only way Dorothy can get to the Emerald City, right? That's her goal, is to follow the yellow brick road. If she did not know to do that, she would be all over the place trying to get there. But she set her clarity, she set her certainty. I have to follow the yellow brick road. And I love that, because what's your yellow brick road? Find the clarity on your journey. What is it that you want to be doing, need to be doing? And the reason we say daily, it's that compound effect. If you do it daily, it becomes a habit, it becomes a ritual, it becomes second nature, it compounds, it snowballs, and you'll end up doing so much more in one day that feels like the same amount of effort as when you started the months before, if that makes sense. What's the time? 6 minutes. The last thing, I guess I'll finish on, here we go. No, I'll finish on this one. How you do your business is how you play, or how you play this business is how you play in life. Do you give up, or do you keep going? Are you stop, start? Or are you consistent? Now, I'll tell you right now, I've been stop, start heaps. I have been consistent heaps. And when I learned this, I'm like, the way I treat my business, it's a lifestyle business, guys. What we do, this is a lifestyle. And the downside to that is we are in control. We can work it when we want to work it. So there's no external force disciplining us. We are conditioned as humans to have an external force disciplining us since the day we're born. Our parents tell us what to do, then we go to school and they tell us what to do. We're so used to an external discipline, which why it's so easy to go just get a job and work for a boss and then tell you what to do, until we become unhappy and realize I don't get to be myself. I have to conform, right? And I find it's so beautiful about this business, but it's also, it's got the equal balance of positive and negative. It's beautiful but detrimental, because we don't have that external force controlling us and disciplining us. It has to come from within. Now, when you master that discipline, this business is the best damn thing in the world. If you don't master the discipline, the business is going to feel like it's never going to be achievable to get your goals, because it's all got to come from within. So that's why it's a lifestyle business. So then when you say how you play this business is how you play your life, how you play life. I had to reread that. How do you play in life? Do you need other people to tell you what to do, and then when you don't, you just come home, switch off, watch the TV, and then focus on something else, so you just have no control over how you want to work your life, right? Or do you want to be that person who, I get to choose this, I get to be empowered, it all comes from within? So take a look at your business. If that, and give yourself a little analysis, analysis, give yourself some constructive criticism. Now, the reason I say this is there's always positive and negative. No matter what, no matter how amazing your business is, you have equal amount of negative, distraction, criticism, whatever it might be, right, to balance you out. So have a look at it. Work out what parts you absolutely love. Work out what parts that you know you can do better in, and can you see how that reflects in your life as well? And then maybe a way to get around it is, well, if I discipline this area of my life here, I'm going to be able to discipline in my business too. So it kills two birds with one stone. Does that make sense? Okay, fantastic. But I am going to leave it there because we've got a Wealth Principles Zoom next. Those of you who've done Mastermind and Money. What was I going to say? But yeah, pretty much. We'll continue this next week. But my point of this is, it's a journey. Don't just focus on the destination, get yourself hung up on it, but then quit halfway. Keep the journey. Understand that it's movement. You are constantly moving, growing, and progressing. Don't sabotage yourself when you hit your subconscious limitations of, oh, I'm doing good now, I'm going to stop. The minute you get it, Amber knows this so well. We know this. The minute, when you feel like you're having a breakdown, it's just before you have a breakthrough. But you can only break through if you keep on going. If you have the breakdown, you're like, you retreat. Too hard. Don't want to do this. I'm going to find another option. If you do that, you're never going to have the breakthrough. You're just going to revolve again. You're going to go back, and then that breakdown is about to happen. Keep on pushing. Have that growth. You are going to grow as a person, and it's going to feel amazing. And have that clarity. Have your yellow brick road, or whatever you want it to be. Know where you're going. Know what you need, and compound your activity. So doing a little bit every single day, even if it's 10 minutes, is this business, it just affects your whole lifestyle. It's amazing. Don't sabotage yourself. I already said that one. And yes, how you play the business is how you play your life. And if you're not happy in your business, I'm sure if you feel like you can do better, I bet you can feel like you can do better in your daily life and how you feel. So get conscious of it and put your stake in the ground of how you want it to be, and get focused. Anyway, did we love it? I hope we loved it. I do feel like I kind of, this is just the stuff I love to talk about, guys. I know I'm very black and white and very masculine as when I speak, but this is the stuff that has helped me so much. But awesome. And so it's recorded. I'm going to stop the recording now.